All right, we're going to get started, and I'm going to welcome all of you. My name is Carol Weinshell. As most of you or all of you know, this is the second year we are doing Hanukkah together on Zoom, and we're traveling the world. Last year, we did the continents. This year, we are doing different countries, and I asked congregants and guests who had been around the world to share their experiences of Hanukkah in the countries where they visited, and if possible, to show us pictures of the synagogues where they are. Now, I'm going to explain to you right now, so you understand I'm not being rude. I am in Phoenix. I've been here for a week, coming home tomorrow. My only granddaughter out of 5 grandchildren's bat mitzvah was yesterday. Because it's 5 o'clock, it's dinner time, school is tomorrow morning, and my family wants to get started and they are waiting for me. So I am going to introduce our speakers. I'm going to share the screen so you can see their pictures. And when I'm going to start with Marion, and when David is finished, then Nima and the rabbi are going to take over for me, and they will end the program tonight. So when I disappear, you'll know that I am not being rude. At least I hope you'll know that I'm not being rude. Okay, so tonight we're going to start with Turkey, and Marion Richer is going to take us to Turkey. And Marion, will you unmute, please? Okay, do you want me to bring up your pictures now?
I would prefer, as we go along, I will say each picture, bring up the pictures and do a little presentation on each picture as you bring it up.
Okay, so I'm going to share the screen, and hold on. Just give me a second. Okay, Marion, take it away.
Okay. All right. Maybe approximately 18,000 Jews live in Turkey, most of whom inhabit Istanbul. For 2,400 years, Jews have lived in Turkey. Spanish and Portuguese Jews who were expelled from Spain in 1492 in the Spanish Inquisition were welcomed into the Ottoman Empire, which includes Turkey. The Turkish community is Orthodox, though its members are not necessarily Orthodox. Prayers are sung in Hebrew and Ladino, but the melody is Turkish. On December 13th, 2015, Turkish Jews lit a giant menorah in Istanbul. Do you have the picture of the menorah?
Yes.
Okay, this is the menorah that was lit. The Turkish Jews gathered for a rare public celebration of Hanukkah. We'll go to the next picture, picture 2. This is the picture that directs people to the Hanukkah celebration, points you to the Hanukkah. Picture 3.
Is this?
No, keep going. That was the celebration.
Okay, hold on. I've got to go. I've got to take you back. Is this what you want?
I think there's one more. There should be one more. All right. Well, fine. There's ceremonies in Turkey. The ceremonies in Turkish, but the songs are sung in Hebrew and Ladino, the language of the Turkish Jews. One of the songs that we're familiar is Ocho Candelitas, 8 candles. The chief rabbi, that was the previous picture, of Turkey meets and greets the people. Turkey's president offered congratulations and emphasized the importance of our citizens living together in peace without facing any discrimination. What made the Hanukkah event significant is that it took 92 years since the inception of Turkey to have a public celebration of the holiday. Gift giving is a relatively new tradition. They attempt to keep the gifts modest, such as books, food, and modest jewelry. The food for Hanukkah is two kinds of latkes. One latke is feta cheese cigars, also called cheese rolls or cheese barekas. The Turkish lentil latke is from bulgur wheat, which is a cereal made of wheat groats that have been parboiled, dried, and ground. The latkes are served with a creamy topping, yogurt sauce with chard and garlic. Bulgur meatballs are made with tomatoes and pepper sauce, first cooked and then steamed in olive oil. I visited Turkey about 25 years ago. In Istanbul, I had a guided tour of the city, and in the evening, I met the guide's friends at a local club for an evening of fellowship. I went to a synagogue in Istanbul, which required that I visit the synagogue the day before to register in order to attend services the following day. And that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Marion. That was great. I appreciate it. Okay. Now we're going to move from Turkey to Holland. David, are you set? Are you ready? David Stone, are you muted? Would you unmute?
Okay.
Okay, and I will share the screen. Hold on. I'm coming.
Just a note, if it looks strange that I keep looking up to the left, it's because I have a big monitor connected to my computer.
Okay, so
here we go.
It's probably my order, not yours, but this is what I've got.
I don't really have an order. So
okay, that's
I'm
good.
read something and I'm going to comment a little bit on the beginning. Okay.
Okay.
So you can start with that picture.
Okay.
That's the beginning, the entrance to the synagogue in Amsterdam. The synagogue is, let's see, synagogue was the groundbreaking for the synagogue was April 17th, 1671, and it was completed August 2nd, 1675. Portuguese synagogue. You know what? You could just scroll down a little bit while I'm talking. Maybe we can end together because they're not. I can tell you what the picture is. So you go ahead. That's the inside. That's the blurry one. It's the most amazing thing about the synagogue. I thought was everything was just so beautiful, made out of wood. That's beautiful. So it's a Sephardic temple. It's a synagogue, and the ark is on the same wall that ours would be equivalent. But they have the place where they read the Torah more towards the center, which is like Sephardic style. Let me read what I have here. The Portuguese synagogue was a late 17th century Sephardic synagogue in Amsterdam, completed in 1675. It's called etnoga, I think. It is the word for synagogue in Ladino, the traditional Judeo-Spanish language of the Sephardic Jews. The Amsterdam Sephardic community was one of the largest and richest Jewish communities in Europe during the Dutch Golden Age, and their very large synagogue reflected this. Synagogue remains an active place of worship and is also a popular tourist attraction. The Sephardim, which is Hebrew for Jews of Spain, were issued with the Spanish Alhambra decree in 1492, whereby they were given the choice of exile from Spain, conversion to Catholicism, or failing to do either, execution. Of Spain's estimated 200,000 Jews at that time, around half converted, many by coercion, others because of social and financial pressures preventing their departure, and a few out of genuine religious conviction. They became Spain's Jewish origin new Christians or conversos. Of the other half of Spain's Jews who did not convert and instead chose exile, some sailed south, becoming the North African Sephardim. Others went east, becoming the Eastern Sephardim. But most crossed the border west to Portugal. In Portugal, Jewish life was interrupted only for a few years later, when there too they were issued with the Portuguese decree against the Jews in 1496. While in theory the Jews now in Portugal who chose not to convert to Catholicism also had the option to be expelled or executed by 1497, the Portuguese king, not wanting a similar Jewish flight and brain drain as happened in Spain, in practice blocked Portugal's ports of exit and subsequently reasoned that those who stayed behind agreed to become Christians by default. Thus, the Jews in Portugal were forced to convert to Catholicism in 1496 after the decree, and all but a few who did manage to flee became Portugal's Jewish origin new Christians or conversos. I don't want to go on too long. The inscription above the entrance to the synagogue is from Psalm 5.8. In the abundance of thy loving kindness, I will come unto thy house. The sign also contains 1672, the year the building was intended to be completed. The interior of the synagogue was a single, very high rectangular space containing its original wooden benches. The floor was covered with fine sand in the old Dutch tradition to absorb dust, moisture, and dirt from shoes and to muffle the noise. Only 5 synagogues in the world had a sand floor, and this was the only one with such a floor surviving outside the Caribbean. Interior of the Portuguese is Sephardic type. The Holy Ark is situated in the southeast corner of the building and faces Jerusalem. So then I was doing research about what is it like in Hanukkah in Amsterdam, and it's the same as here. They actually had a public menorah at one point, probably have done it for a while. They have a very interesting donut that is well, seasonal, but everyone knows or thinks that it originally came from the same concept as the donut that the Israelis make. And it shows up in public kiosks, kind of like the truck things that we have here. Interesting thing that I was so disappointed about was that beginning of World War II, there were 155,000 Jews in Amsterdam, and 75% of them were eradicated, were murdered by the Nazis. Doesn't really seem like the Dutch were very friendly to Jews. Their king, I forgot his name right now, and I don't have that paper written down. Recent history, like World War I history. He thought that Jews and mosquitoes should be eradicated and probably by gas. I don't think that Holland was a very friendly place to Jews. Anyway, but I loved Amsterdam in modern times. I would go back there. It's probably one of my favorite cities that I visited in the world. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I left out. You're finished with pictures, is that it?
Yes.
So the thing was that originally they protected the synagogue from the Nazis because it was such a plain building, it was easy to disguise or to say it was something else. And it made it through the war. And all of the accoutrement, like the Torahs and the silver stuff that we used and all the decorative things, all survived. They hid it away. Still used today. And that's the end of it. The end of my story. And by the way, Chag Sameach, y'all.
Thank you so much, David and Marion. Thank you. I'm going to wish you all a happy Hanukkah. I'm going to leave tomorrow night. We're going to Israel with our own cantor Neima. So stay tuned. Every night we're going someplace different and you'll learn something else. The only thing we can't provide are the latkes. That's up to you. So cantor Neima, it's all you. I'm signing off. Thank you.
Carol,
Yes.
the U.S. government has just made a proclamation and no one can fly into Israel.
I saw that. Wow. I saw that.
But they're going anyways.
I don't know if they'll let them in.
No, Carol and Neema are going no matter what.
Right.
They're
Tomorrow
going-
night we'll be in
They're
Israel.
going through cyberspace.
We wish you a good
Correct.
trip. Stay healthy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rabbi. Thank you,
Okay.
Neema.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Wonderful. We continue now with candlelighting. Rabbi is going to lead us in candlelighting. You may join Rabbi in your own home and light candle if you haven't done it yet.
Right. And if you're joining me or us in the candle lighting, we would encourage you to stand up if you're going to light your candles. And if not, feel free to remain seated. It's fine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai.
I know, take it off.
Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavoteinu, bayamim ha'hem, b'hazman hazeh, baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehecheyanu, V'yamanu, V'higianu, Lazman hazeh. So we'll do Ma'oz Tzur, the first paragraph in Hebrew, and the English is too small for me to see, but I'll do the English translation that I know, and just feel free. We'll just.
Made it larger, look at that.
Okay, we'll do our best. Ma'asur Yeshuati Lechana El Shabeha Tikabek Nefilati Visham Toda Nisabeya Le'yedachin Matbeya Mitzoram Nabeya Nazivor Vishir Mizmor Kana Mizbeya Azekor Vishir Mizmor Kana Mizbeya Rock ages, let our song praise thy saving power. Thou amidst the raging foe was our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but thine arm availed us, and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. My prayer is that the lights that we kindle in our homes on Hanukkah throughout these 8 days symbolize the light of love and peace in our hearts, in our homes, in our communities throughout the world. Amen.
Amen.
Cantor.
Thank you. We heard about the Sfaradim, the Jews of Sfarad, of Spain, the Jews of Portugal, who made their way into parts of Europe, into Turkey and Holland. And they had a language which was based on Spanish and Hebrew, a mixture of Spanish and Hebrew. And the song that Marion mentioned was Ocho Candelicas. I would like you to go over the refrain with me. So 1 second, I'm going to share the file, and you will learn a little bit of Española. The song Ocho Candelicas was written by Flori Jagoda. It's a woman, Jewish Spanish, and very simple language. Hanukkah, Linda. Linda is beautiful, right? Ocho candelas. I have 8 candles, me. And the numbers are una candelica, 1 candle. Dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, and ocho. You recognize the Spanish, but it's slightly with a Jewish flair. Muchas fiesta, many feasts, right? With alegría y placer, with pleasure and merriment. Then the refrain again, and then los pastelicos va comer. I eat pastries, maybe pastelicos, colamedricas, almond, y la miel, oil, honey. So most words are probably quite familiar for anyone who knows a little basic Spanish. I'm playing it in A minor. So you may join me, but please stay muted, at least at the beginning, so otherwise we'll be a big cacophony. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Oh, una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. Mucha fiesta vou fazer, com alegria e prazer. Muitas fiestas vou fazer, com alegria e prazer. Oh, Rabbi Una.
Una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelicas para mí.
Great. Los pastelecos voy a comer con las medricas y la miel. Los pastelicos voy a comer con las medricas y la miel. Oh, I want to see you guys. I'm going to stop sharing, but I want to see everybody. Una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 5 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. You may unmute and say happy holiday of light, Hanukkah Sameach, everyone. Rabbi, you're playing another song?
No. You don't want to hear my playing. Not after that. That was so perfect. So as we wish everyone a happy Hanukkah, we want you to have the opportunity to celebrate now in your own homes. But before we sign off, there are some people saying Kaddish. And so we're going to, since we did not have, Sunday is the only day at Rosh Hashanah that we do not have a minyan in the morning or evening. Every other day we either have a morning or evening. So we want the opportunity now for Kaddish sayers to fulfill that mitzvah. So Kaddish, mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Gadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agala uv'izman koriv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam olomeo maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar, v'yit alev, v'yit halal, shemei d'kudasha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, damiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. We'll be doing this every evening during Hanukkah, with the exception of Friday, when we will change the time to 4 p.m. Before Shabbat or before the Kabbalat Shabbat service. Debbie, do you have any announcements?
I do. I have the raffle drawing for everybody on here for the Target Sharon. I got it done unless you have it done.
I have it done also. It's fine. We didn't do it yet, but I have.
You do it. Then Sharon, you do it because you do the drawing then. That's fine.
You want me to do the drawing? Okay.
Yes.
All right, here we go. The winner is Jill Lesser.
Yay!
Jill, yay!
Good night.
And
First night, Jill. All right.
Great.
All right.
What did she
Thanks,
win?
everybody. Everybody, $10 gift, Target gift card. Everybody, for 8 nights, $10 Target gift
Does
card.
that
So-
mean we can buy potatoes in the kitchen now and make latkes?
Why not?
No, banned from the kitchen, even
We're
with
not
my
cooking.
winnings.
Well, I just
Hopefully
want to
soon.
tell everybody, we're going to be at Watermark tomorrow. Cantor Hirsch and Lanny Bowles doing a little presentation at Watermark tomorrow. So, and giving out jelly donuts and all that kind of good stuff. So,
But you didn't say the
Nice.
time. It's 3:00 in the afternoon.
I'm
We
going.
also need to thank once again Marion and David for bringing us halfway across the world to Turkey and to Holland, Amsterdam. We appreciate very much the effort you put into your presentations. And I saw something today on Facebook, which just blew my mind, but I don't know if I can find it. It's about Spinoza, Baruch Spinoza in Amsterdam, but I don't think I have time to find it for you now, but there still continues to be to this day. You know that Spinoza was excommunicated
Yeah,
by the Spanish Jewish community.
yeah.
And there still continues to be a ban of the Orthodox rabbinate of Holland and of Amsterdam continues to ban lectures or talks about Spinoza by Jews, and any Jewish scholar or rabbi wants to come in and talk about